Next up, we are going to talk about. Okay. So first
Whoa.
off, before we get into this, let me go ahead and remind everybody if you're watching this video, subscribe to the channel so you can get the notification for all new content that gets published to the channel. We certainly appreciate you supporting launching content. Please like this video. Certainly appreciate that as always. And just I thank you very much so for your support and patronage of the channel. Certainly appreciate it. We do this every week, and we are going to up the ante. We making some improvements, some changes. We in this. We like what we do. We believe in it, and we enjoy it. So if you like being a part of this community as we continue to grow it, man, hit that subscribe button so that you can
Mm-hmm.
get these
Awesome.
notifications. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with that being said, next up we are going to talk about this no voting, no vucking. That is vucking, Vucking. I want to make it clear. I'm not opposed to using the other word, but I'm just saying that's not what I use in this instance. No voting, no vucking. Apparently, this is some hip hop thing in conjunction with the DNC to get people encouraged to vote. When you sent me this, bro, I almost threw up in my mouth.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Sorry,
So
man.
we are going to talk about this. So yeah, whenever you want to go ahead and stop it, we don't need to play the whole thing.
Yeah.
Whenever you want to stop it, go ahead and stop it. But we'll go ahead and play this. I don't know who Saucy Santana is, but I know who Trina. I know who Trina is. Trina is a part of this. No voting, no vucking. So go ahead and hit it.
Yeah. Trey Tracks, I think we got one.
It's voting season, bruh. No voting, no loving. No voting, no touching. No voting, no nothing. No voting, no fucking, no voting, no fucking. No voting, no loving. No voting, no touching. No voting, no nothing. No voting, no fucking, no voting, no fucking. BLK app looking for some action. Swear to homie, stop what's happening. Face is a 9, abs a 10, D is a to be determined. He got mad jokes. He don't.
Legs in the air, I don't care. Anyone can get it, universal health care. If you want to come before the deadline. Come in the jacuzzi, gerrymander this coochie.
No voting, no love, no voting, no.
Gerrymander this coochie. All right, I don't even know what the hell that means. Okay, so
It doesn't. If you actually know what the word gerrymandering means, that doesn't make any sense.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
but the thing, I would imagine a lot of people who it is what it is. I would imagine a lot of fans of this don't know what gerrymandering means. I'm just gonna put that out there. I'm gonna put that out there. You can throw that in the boat with other political terms that we should know more, like filibustering. They probably don't know what that is.
Right.
Um,
She said
but
her homegirl puts the bi in bipartisan.
oh boy. Okay, so yeah, that is
No
that's
voting,
it.
no
Yeah.
bucking.
No voting, no vucking. Yeah. Saucy Santana, whoever that is, and Trina. Um, what do you make of this craziness?
Now, the first thing that popped in my head was the Vax That Ass Up by Juvenile. Did you see that? The Vax That
Mm-mm.
Ass Up? Boy, you got
No.
to see that. I might have to pull that up for you, boy. So, in the height of African Americans being suspicious of the vaccination, the BLK app, same people, commissioned Manny Fresh and Juvenile to come out with a remix to back that ass up. And it was indeed called Vax That Ass Up. And I think there was a line in there where there was like, I don't remember. I'm not gonna botch it, but it was so cringe. And for me being a Juvenile fan, um, at the time, I was highly disappointed. But again, why am I getting disappointed with celebrities? Because, well, they'll do anything for $1. And Trina, the Diamond Princess herself, right?
Yeah.
The queen of city girling. She's the one that was actually promoting these anthems when nobody else really was. And so even though she has that history, me being a fellow Miamian, she still was like a cousin. So I didn't like what she did, but that's my cousin, man. Don't leave her alone. But after this, the same type of thing where I felt with Juvenile was like, how can you be disappointed in people when they'll do anything for a buck? And this here was honestly one of the most uh, disrespectful. The Vax that ass up was disrespectful too. And I'll pull that up as you go on your point. But it's so embarrassing. There's no other group of people doing this.
Mm-mm.
Um, and for them to target us like this is disrespectful. And you say, well, BLK is a black dating app. The black people did this. And it's just like, I looked up the founder for BLK. It's a black dude, but it's under the parent company, the same people who make Tinder and Match.com or whatever. So I don't think a black person runs that. So I think this is more of a ploy from the DNC, right, the Democratic National Convention, and I think that this is one of their liberal ploys to get a certain demographic to vote Democratic this midterm election and future elections. So black women vote. I don't have the statistics in front of me, but I can tell you black women vote, and they vote a lot. And also the LGBT community does a good job of showing out at the polls. So this video here features a black woman who's LGBT friendly, and Mr. Santana, who I'm sure is very friendly to the LGBT community. Right. So this one here is targeting two demographics specifically. All right. And I saw some comments in the comment section that proves my theory correct. Of course we had the people making fun of it and calling it out, but there was still a lot of yeses in there and saying, yeah, you killed it, and it's like, who's saying this? It's the bots that Kanye was speaking about in his first in the first little segment that we had. But I got more things to say, man, but I'll let you go ahead and whip something up real quick while I pull up the Vax that ass up. You got to see it.
No, don't. I don't want to see it. Don't worry about it. I don't want to see it. I don't. One of these is enough for me for one night. I'll look at it on my own time. But so last week we talked about Kanye wearing a White Lives Matter shirt, and obviously black people got mad. Meek Mill's mad at him. Kareem Biggs Burke mad at him. Diddy, all the black people mad at Kanye wearing a White Lives Matter shirt, right? So why are people mad that Kanye is wearing a White Lives Matter shirt? Well, they're upset because they believe that Kanye is suggesting that the ideal of White Lives Matter equates to the ideal of Black Lives Matter. And of course, black people don't believe that is true. Black Lives Matter, because of historical significance, means something entirely different than the expression White Lives Matter. And so when you walk around as a black person wearing a shirt that says White Lives Matter, you're belittling us and our cause. You're belittling the mantra of Black Lives Matter and what it stands for. You are turning your back on us. You're belittling us. You see us as something less than because you are sort of suggesting that all lives matter, specifically white lives matter, in a way that diminishes what it is that we're trying to accomplish. So those same people who are mad because a person like Kanye says what he has to say, or you could put other people in there, people like Candace Owens, for example, say what they got to say. Those same black people will then turn around and support bullshit like this. Like, this is what these people think of you. Joe Biden literally said on national television, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. He said that on national television.
And they still voted for that.
Exact. So like, I find some of this stuff so funny. This man said on national television, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. This same guy got on YouTube and did a Q&A with Cardi B, who is the least politically inclined person that I can think of to be a spokesperson on behalf of black people in terms of what their political needs are. And I watched that session. It was cringy. It was horrific.
It was terrible.
She looked like she had no idea what she was talking about, and she was speaking from talking points given to her by others who were probably more knowledgeable than her.
Yep.
But she lacked the ability to articulate it in a way that was effective enough to drive the point home.
Mm-hmm.
The overall point, though, is this guy probably sat around in his focus group with his team and said, we need to get more black people out here. How can we do that? Oh, let's put out some rap songs and get some of these rappers because that's what they like and respond to. Oh, I don't care. Like, in order for you to not think that you will pay a penalty for saying, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black on national television, speaks to how assured you are that you can parrot that kind of speech and be good for it, because you know you're still gonna get that voter turnout because black people are slaves to the DNC. And you getting these rappers and these hip hop people who don't know a goddamn thing about what they're talking about, and you put them on YouTube. You putting them on YouTube, and you putting them on CNN. Because they know black people watch CNN. Like, black people, all I'm saying is keep the same energy. If you want to get mad because Kanye is wearing a White Lives Matter shirt, then get mad at this video too.
Right.
Get mad at Joe Biden when he says, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. Right. Get mad at the DNC and the Joe Biden campaign when they throw Cardi B out there like a sacrificial lamb to speak on behalf of you on YouTube. Get mad at that. You need to keep the same energy, because I'm going to tell you one thing. If the same message you think Kanye is trying to send by saying White Lives Matter, that's the same message that these people send with these types of videos and with these rappers that they put on these podcasts and these YouTube channels. They don't give a shit about you. The only reason why they're putting these people front and center is because they know you respond to this mind control. Like, I honestly, like, when I saw this, I just laughed. I honestly laughed. And the first person that I thought of was Kanye. And I'm not this huge Kanye apologist, but I am somebody who's a champion for things that make sense. Don't disregard everything that this man says because he's done or said a few things in the past that you find disagreeable, but you'll turn around and be in favor of this. I find that to be incomprehensible. I honestly do. And like, all y'all out here who are such slaves to the DNC, like, honestly, stop and frisk was a Democratic policy. 3 strikes was a Democratic policy. Those things did nothing but either put black people in prison or get them killed. I mean, did the Black Lives Matter back then? I don't get it. I'm confused. Like, I'm being sent mixed messages. I don't know what I'm supposed to defend and what I'm supposed to castigate, because we're all over the place with this stuff. We have no consistency. We literally have no consistency. I'm at the point now where if the DNC came out and said White Lives Matter, black people might be behind it because it's the DNC. And because they've been brainwashed to believe that everything the DNC does is what's right for black people. No, they won't do that. The DNC ain't that stupid. Even though the DNC does believe White Lives Matter, they're not stupid enough to say it publicly because they don't want to potentially alienate the black vote. So what they'll do instead is they'll trot out rappers and LGBTQ entertainers and put illiterate, ignorant people who are a part of the hip hop community on a national forum because they think that that's all they got to do to get your attention and to get your support. And it's disappointing. And some of y'all need to wake up. Yeah, like some of y'all need to wake up and stop it with this groupthink mentality. It's gone on for far too long. I'm not saying that you need to sit up here and agree with everything Kanye has to say, but what you do need to do is think for yourself. And you at least need to have the mental wherewithal to look at foolishness like this, and say there's no place for this. This is what they think of you. This is what they think of you. And you get everything that you deserve if you continue to support it.
Bro, 100%. I could not have said that any better myself. And what was popping in my brain was along the same lines. It was like, when are black people going to get tired of this? Because I've been tired of this. But when are y'all going to go, hey, that's offensive?
Seriously.
Like, honestly, bro, if the DNC came out with a man in a gorilla suit, bananas, sagging his pants.
Yeah.
I'm hitting the polls. And then people would be like, black people be like, you know what? I think I'm gonna vote this year. Yeah. And it's like, bro, they just disrespected you. You don't see this? They're like, what? What? The gorilla said I should vote.
Oh, and don't have the gorilla rapping. Don't have the gorilla rapping. It's if the gorilla's rapping some lyrics, it's over with. It's over with.
Don't let it be an AI rapping gorilla. They're gonna lose their shit. They're gonna be like, "Whoa, I gotta vote now." What do you say? And I put the bipartisan. And now they're like, "Oh man, gerrymandering that coochie." And it's like, yeah, I'm voting this year. I don't care what y'all saying. I'm registered. And then the other angle, because when this first came out, man, I was all over YouTube seeing what people had to say about this. And the other aspect was the fact that they're playing on sex about this. Granted, it's from a dating app, but the fact that they have to sell sex to us to go out and vote.
Yes. And
that's no different than any other of the stereotypes associated with black people. That they're just hypersexual people. We need black people to vote. I know. Let's make a song that's centered around sex. You're not going to give up the coochie unless he goes out and vote. Hey, if he don't vote, you don't give him none. That'll be some what? Like, I really wish I was a fly on the wall for that board meeting. For when those ideas was flying. It would have been no different. I don't know if you've seen that Boondocks episode where they were basically making fun of Tyler Perry and BET and stuff, where they're just in a board meeting coming up with the most jigabooish, coonish stuff you can think of, and rolling it out. And then so it's just like, yeah, I mean, this got green lit.
Yeah.
There was papers written on this. Like, they actually drafted documents, pushed through contracts, and now we're gonna pay you to, like, this was thought out.
Yeah.
And then as a community, when are you gonna see that the people that you go support think this of you? And that's when I said, when are y'all gonna get tired of this? I'm nor Democrat nor Republican. I'm not telling you which way to lean or whatever. I'm telling you to think.
Yeah.
And if you have any rational thought in your brain, if you were DNC before this, you might want to reconsider.
Yeah.
Because there's no way in Hades that I would go out and vote for people who think I'm a goddamn gorilla. And I'm just going to go out there and just do whatever. Oh, they'll do whatever. Just, like you said, give them a hip hop song. They'll love it. And so as much backlash as I was hoping that this will get, because it got a lot, but it's not enough to deter people to not think how the liberals want them to think.
Yes, it's not enough for us to never see shit like this again. Yeah, that's what I think. I don't think it's enough for this to go away forever.
Nope.
So yeah, there might be enough enlightened people who are like, this ain't it, but it's not enough to where the next DNC political candidate running for president is going to say, man, let's, the African American vote, let's try and get a rapper. Let's try to get some rappers. Let's hold a Q&A. Let's hold a Q&A with a hip hop star.
Yeah, and I thought way back to vote or die with this.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. That's honestly when this started. Honestly.
Yeah. And would Diddy of all people, Puff Daddy cares about politics? Get out of here. And here he goes, shiny suit on stage.
Take that.
Vote or
take
die,
that,
vote or
take
die.
that.
Yeah, take that. It's like, are you kidding me? And so now Diddy's a political activist. Stop. Cardi, like you said, Cardi B, and yeah, bro, I seen that too. I didn't watch the whole thing because it was so cringe.
You can't get through it all. Yeah.
First of all, it's Cardi B talking politics. You know what I'm saying? Now, if she's talking some street stuff, I might want to listen to that because she has an insight on that because that's her lifestyle. She's not a political pundit, so she has no business interviewing the future president of the United States. Yet, there she was interviewing that man. That man's half sleep and half senile. He has a faux pas every week.
Yeah.
Where he finished saying whatever he said, which was barely literate, then goes to shake a hand of somebody that's not even there. He does this every week. And this is the people voted for. So the thing is, bro, they don't really give you much options. They say Pepsi and Coke every year. I get it, And the people in my family, hey, lesser of two evils, man. Lesser of two evils. And they just lean that way. And it's just like, hey, man, if everybody keeps thinking that way, we're going to be stuck with Pepsi and Coke forever. So at some point, people are going to have to say, hey, look, I don't want Pepsi. I don't want Coke. And I don't want Dr. Pepper either. And it's like, well, what do you want? Well, I want real reform. I want real change. I want real this. I want real that. And if the people are saying it enough, then they're going to have to acquiesce somehow. They sell us every year, every cycle. They sell us what they think we want. That's why they commercialized woke. And when people out here saying all of this air quote stuff that's woke, it's just like, hey, man, that's the commercial version of what people were saying years ago. But now they packaged it in this thing where everybody is this social justice warrior now. But where'd you guys get this fake ass woke rhetoric from? It was from actual people who were woke years ago who were saying certain things that actually prompted some type of change. So they had to come up with something to co-opt it. Same thing with Black Lives Matter. Initially, it started from actual genuine outrage. Eventually, it had to get co-opted and then commercialized. So, I mean, I'm saying that if there is some type of political awareness from people that are our age, younger and stuff like that, that actually have a voice and they actually want to go out there and hit the polls and do something, you actually got to go out there and do it. And eventually, they're going to have to bend some type of knee to listen to you. But this type of stuff here is not the answer because, like you said, this is no different than if you ain't black, you ain't voting for us.
It's the same.
It's the same.
I honestly think it's the same thing. It's the same. It is the same. It's the same typecasting.
Yep.
It's what do these people respond to? It's like we're numbers on a spreadsheet.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we put this formula in and we'll get this outcome. And what's the formula? Oh, let's play to the lowest hanging fruit of what stimulates them. Culturally, socially. Oh, let's get the rappers out here. Let's get these entertainers out here. These same political people, these same DNC representatives go home and just dog out black people all day, every day in the very same manner in which they try to stimulate you. They go home and make fun of you for it. All of their hip hop music and their rappers and their entertainers and their basketball players and football players, like literally, like that's what that and that's why I've often said, like, that's why I wasn't a big believer in this was years ago. We were talking about the NFL and their social justice initiative. This was
Mhm.
after the Kaepernick thing happened. It was
Mhm.
the dumbest, most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Like essentially, what the NFL was doing was they were trying to say that sports players and professional leagues need to be held to account for American issues. And it was easy to galvanize regular people behind that, because the idea is, what is the one aspect of American society in which black people do garner at least a modicum of respect when it comes to America as a whole? Professional athletes. So let's make professional athletes be the ones who are front and center peddling all this speech.
Yep.
Problem is, not all of them are informed. Not all of them know what they're talking about. And furthermore, a lot of them in their private lives don't even practice a lot of this stuff that you put them front and center to preach.
Yep.
You're putting Cardi B in a YouTube session with Joe Biden when she's making songs about finessing men and robbing people and getting guys killed. Is that democratic? This is what I'm saying. The contradictions in a lot of this strategy, I don't get it, and I'm not understanding why more people aren't seeing this stuff. But we're slaves to the music, we're slaves to this hip hop stuff, to the entertainment and all of that. And these individuals in these political spheres know this, and they use it to their advantage. They weaponize it, and it's like it's never gonna stop until. And I don't even the word woke is so overplayed, but it ain't gonna stop until people wake up and say, "Oh, is there a better way to go about doing this?"
Mhm.
It's not about going the opposite way and saying, "Well, I've been thinking this way this whole time, so let me think the opposite." It's just, bro, think for yourself. What do you think? And if you don't know what to think, crack a book open or get on Google and just do some independent research. The
Right.
knowledge is the knowledge is not partisan in any kind of way. The facts are there. So like do some research on your own time so that you can come up with a more well-informed opinion for yourself. No matter which way it goes, left or right, Democrat, Republican, conservative, whatever. I'm the same. Like I'm not either party. I'm a registered independent for this
Mhm.
very reason. Because you're
Mhm.
not going to pigeonhole me into some form of brainwashing where I have to go one way or the other because my people are telling me I'm supposed to, even though that way has been hurting me for years.
Mhm.
So it's like it's just I, I'm waiting for the day that people start to look at stuff like this and say, why does this make sense? Like it's gonna be it'll be a good day. I don't know when that day is gonna come, but it needs to happen, and it needs to happen fast because they'll keep churning out these ridiculous sound bites and music videos all day, every day, because they fully anticipate you to juck and jive on the way to the polls to mindlessly vote for the DNC every 4 years or every 2 years,
Oh my God.
and then
And
and then
but
and then, and then when they screw you over
Mhm.
and you complain because nothing got fixed, whose fault is that?
Every time you get exactly the person you asked for and ain't shit changed. Man, but Malcolm X said this in the 60s. That in the 60s that they only trot out comedians, athletes, and entertainers whenever they have if there's a panel or something like that or something important that needs to be said. Those are the people they reach for. They don't reach for the actual scholars, the people who are actually, informed. No, they go grab the entertainers and the athletes, similar to what you just said. But they've been doing this. This is an old trick, and for them to still be playing. That's what I'm saying. Like I've been seeing this type of shenanigans since I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so they're still keeping up the charade and the shenanigans, and it's like, all right, you can't still be buying this. Hell, even Dave Chappelle said it in his stand-up thing. Like after 9/11, they wanted to interview Ja Rule. And
Yeah.
then he was like, "Where's Ja? I need to know it. Yeah, where's Ja? I need to know what he thinks about this." Nobody cares what Ja Rule thinks about 9/11, but here they go reaching for Ja Rule. So it's the same type of stuff where it's like, who's hot in the streets? Cardi B, fire her up. Megan Thee Stallion, get her in there. You know what I'm saying? So and Santana, he's big in the LGBT community for sure. And so they fired him right on up. You know, Trina, I don't know where they dug her up from. I'm like, Trina,
Yeah, I
what
wonder
that?
how that happened. Yeah.
I'm like, man, but between Trina and Trick Daddy's Eat a Booty gang, they are not representing the crib accurately. Like they got us looking crazy down there. And
Oh
it's just
man.
like, look, everybody from Miami ain't about the same stuff that they be out here doing. But I still love Trick, man. He's an unruly uncle to me. But yeah, man, this is hell, bro. We said it all right there. This is
Yeah.
it's definitely a slap in the face. I mean, this should be a slap in the face to all black people. Even if you were a hard-nosed Democratic person, this should really make you think twice about how they view you, because they're not as hard-nosed about you as you are about them.
Seriously.
Yeah, and so yeah, man, reconsider. And
Yeah.
hopefully this type of stuff gets run off the internet. There's been
Yeah.
enough backlash about this, so hopefully they come correct next time and actually give us something a little bit better.
Yeah, it really is very disgusting. I mean, you can say what you want about conservatives and Republicans, but they don't do this kind of stuff.
No, they don't.
You know, and it's just disappointing. Like DNC, if you guys want to go and grab rappers to get black people excited about voting, at least go get a rapper who is conscientious about this stuff. Like, go get Killer Mike. Killer Mike actually understands the political process.
Right.
Like, Killer Mike understands propositions, and he's all in that. He's into that alderman stuff, and he knows about the districts and all that. Go get him.
And he got bars.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and he can spit. So like, yeah, go get Killer Mike if you really want to lean into this hip hop stuff. But they won't do that because that's not, you know, and that just speaks to us and what we respond to. Like, we'll listen to Cardi B before we listen to Killer Mike, and
They'll listen to Trina.
Yeah.
Before they
there's something wrong. There's something wrong with that. And Killer Mike ain't the only one. There's a lot of others that actually understand this stuff, and it's like, look, and I can go on for days talking about my level of discomfort with the way that black culture has been made synonymous with hip hop. I've railed about it, and that's nothing against hip hop. I just don't think that I don't think that our way of life as a people should be made synonymous with it. You know, and I can go on for days with that. But if this is still where we are, I would at least prefer that we gain some representation within that context from people who are actually knowledgeable on the stuff that they speak on. And every now and again, they'll go and they'll pluck a Killer Mike or something like that. But you'll never see Killer Mike. First of all, Killer Mike will never make a music video because Killer Mike is not going to allow himself to be subjected to being a jigaboo. But they won't put Killer Mike on a YouTube show with Joe Biden because some real shit might come out, you know. But they'll go and get somebody like Cardi B or one of these other surface level ridiculous rappers who want to get on there and represent you, but then we'll get in their music and talk about how they stealing money from you or setting you up to get robbed or shooting on their ops or finessing you in some kind of way or whatever other foolishness they talk about in their music. So it's disgraceful. And, you know, yeah, we'll go ahead and end it on that note. But, you know, hopefully more people, if there's a great enough groundswell, we can finally see this stuff stop, because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I've been tired of it. I was tired of it when they did Vote or Die. I was tired of it. I was tired of it when they did the stuff with Obama, parading all of these rappers around during the Obama campaign. It's ridiculous.
My God, bro.
You know, Jeezy. Look, I love Jeezy, but you know, Jeezy making them songs and My President is Black. All the hip hop heads and the gangsters was driving around for days making that song when Obama got elected. And what did it do for you exactly? I don't know. I'm still looking for the evidence. So
that was a fun night.
It was a fun night. That was a fun night.
Oh, that shit was lit as hell.
It was.
But nothing else happened. That was the best night of it.
That song was on repeat that whole for a good 24 hours, everybody was playing that song on repeat.
man.
The only time that I remember a song being on repeat like that was like Memorial Day weekend, like 05, 06. And everybody was just playing Rick Ross Hustling on repeat. That was literally the only song you heard the whole weekend.
Taking me
like
back.
you would have thought, yeah. Yeah. But you know, it is what it is, man. But no voting, no vucking, man. Y'all need to stop that, man. Get it out your system, man. Seriously.
Unbelievable.
But yeah, we'll go ahead and end it on that note, man. Another Conscious Approach video in the books. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. If you are watching this video during the stream, like we've been saying, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, comment, share the video. If you're watching this as a standalone video, also subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment on the video. We do this every week. We're going to up the ante. We're going to start doing these multiple times per week. Keep the content coming. So things are only going to move up from there. But we rocking and rolling, man. And we do this. And dare I say, I think we do it better than most people who occupy this space, in my opinion. So it is only going to continue. Follow the Conscious Approach page on Instagram at Conapproach, CONAPPROACH. The website is also there, consciousapproach.com. If you are watching this video on the meta page, like, follow the page, comment on the video, share the video, all of that good stuff. Be on the lookout. Conscious Approach will get a TikTok. I've been fighting it for a while, but I do think that it's the move because, you know, of this is a video medium, and so we need to be in video spaces. Also, be on the lookout to download the audio of this on gonna be uploaded to Spotify everywhere via RSS. We're gonna start an RSS feed. Get the audio version up on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all of that good stuff, man. A lot of good things coming down the pike, so stay tuned. You can follow me currently on Instagram at JVWins, JVWINS. So as I always like to say, man, we appreciate you supporting logical content.
Yes, sir. And the name is Dogon SS. And you can find me on Instagram at Dogon_SS or on YouTube at Dogon SS. Or you can find me here on the Conscious Approach. Hey. All right. And as I always say every week, man, don't be too high, don't be too low. Keep it even kill, keep it calm, keep it chill, and keep it player. Don't let anybody get you off your pivot, man. If you have a moment of peace, don't let somebody that's hurt try to rock that boat. You understand? So stay in a calm, chill place, man, and you'll be all right out in this crazy world, man. But yeah, man, as JV says, bro, we really appreciate y'all for watching this and subscribing and liking and hitting that bell notification, by the way. But we really appreciate you guys for watching. It just gives us more ammunition and more gas to keep on doing this, man. And like he says, man, it's free, man. Help us out. We're trying to do our part of bestowing some level of consciousness in this world of vucking. So.
Very well put, sir. I like that. Was very well put. You know what? On that note, we have nothing left to say. I'm gonna go ahead and end it. That's a perfect way to send it off. Until next time, we certainly appreciate you for watching. We will catch you on the flip side. Peace. We'll see you later.
Skirt, skirt.